Hello everyone, I have another unboxing video for you and another unboxing video from Missouri River Soap. I got my package in the mail, I think it was last week, and I've been sitting on making this video because I was waiting for a nice day so I could have sunshine in here. But every time we had a nice day, something else happened and I didn't get to the video. So here it is, it's cloudy, it's probably going to rain today, but I really want to open up this, this package from Missouri River Soap. So that's what I'm going to do, and I came prepared this time. I have a pair of scissors because she packages this stuff up well, and you're going to need a pair of scissors to open them up. There's no way you're going to tear through this package. So here we go. Now I ordered, I think it was 6 soaps through her company, and yeah, I went a little overboard this time. I was going to order 4, but then she had so many different ones I wanted to try. She had sent me a sample of, Holly had sent me a sample. If I said Heidi, I'm sorry. I mix Heidi and Holly up, the words, because I have cousins, and they're twins, and their names are Heidi and Holly. So sometimes I switch the names up. But her name is Holly, and she's from Missouri River Soap. And she had sent me a sample bar of Anise scented soap. So I've been using that in the shower for the past week. It was a sample, and the sample's almost gone. So I did order actually a full bar of that because it smells so good. It smells so good I want to eat it because it smells like the licorice, the black licorice, and I just want to eat it. So, okay, here we go. Box, I'm going to throw that over there. Here we go. All right. It smells good, but there's so many different fragrances in here. It's almost like a mixture of perfume, where each perfume on its own would smell good, but then, cologne for guys, but then you mix them all together, and then it's like, it's a pleasant smell, but it's not so quick. And that's what I'm getting from this right now, because it's been sitting in the box for about 2 weeks. So, if you remember, where is it? Hold on. Last time, I still have the box from last time. Look. Flowers, hearts, and little pink and white and red confetti shreds. Yeah, I'm a guy. So she apologized for, she laughingly apologized for sending me a such a feminine package. But she changes up her theme every season, because she basically does a soap release for a big soap release for every season. And now it's spring, so this is her spring one. And when I open it, look at that. Can you see that? She's got her liquor. Yeah, she's got liquor in here. I'm not editing out any bloopers. She's got her sticker in here that says luxuriously handcrafted. I should actually have my other glasses on. These are my reading glasses. I refuse to get bifocals. I'm not getting bifocals. Not yet, anyway. That's better. Okay. So let me pop this open. And okay. I just wanted to make sure that there was none of my well, there is a little bit of personal information there. Got my fingers over it. The invoice is in there. And this is what it looks like. That's how she packed it. And she's given me a free sample of Wild Elderberry. There I am. You handsome guy, you. Wild Elderberry. See, some of these fragrances some of these scents I don't order because I'm not sure what they smell like, and it smells like candy actually. It smells nice. It smells nice. It's not something I myself would like to smell like, but I would give something like this to either my daughter or my grandchildren to soap up with. It's not I wouldn't consider it a masculine smell. I wouldn't even consider it a I know a lot of scents nowadays can be used for both sexes, but I consider this more of a scent for a woman or children. It's a nice scent. Then I got Calendula Carrot Double Milk. This is one of her natural soaps. I can tell because it's got a brown sticker on it. Oh, let me tell you what, does this have? Oh, yes, it does have the Wild Elderberry is, let's see, it has olive oil, water, coconut oil, food grade sodium hydroxide, castor oil, which is, hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, which is the lye, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, fragrance, goat milk, sodium lactate to make the soap harder, and soap colorant. See how I'm learning from Holly? I know what these things are. And as always, these are for, and I want to say it right off the bat, for external use only. Don't eat soap. Don't eat soap. All right, the shred she's put in here this time almost reminds me, they're spring colors, yeah, but they almost remind me, if she had put green instead of orange, that would have reminded me of Mardi Gras. But yeah, she put some colorful shred in here. Let's put that aside. Here's what it looks like when I open it all up. I'm going to take them out one by one. Let's see. I see one of my favorites scents in here. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get it. Everything's going to pale to it probably, but let's get it out of the way. Green clover and aloe. Green clover and aloe. If the text is backwards, it's backwards to me right here on my screen. It's because I'm using my phone and I'm doing my forward-facing, my self-facing camera so I can see what I look like on the screen. If I use the other side, it's a hit and miss, and I'm only unboxing once, so I can give you my true reaction. So I have to have the screen facing me so I can see what's going on. So green clover and aloe smells like springtime. And this is one of those fragrances that it's not like the wild elderberry. It can be used for both male and female because it's just a clean, bright smell to it, like a springtime smell. It's not overly. I almost said something else. It's not overly floral. It just smells clean and fresh. Just like cucumber would smell clean and fresh, Holly. Cucumber. This has olive oil, and I'll leave out the water and sodium hydroxide because it has olive oil, water, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, fragrance, organic coconut milk, and the colorant, the soap colorant for the green. It smells really good. She always packages them up nicely. Got her little Missouri River Soap logo on the side. Nice sized bar. And I like bars that have, there's a little texture on the top, but it's not overly like, they put like a big peak on it and stuff all over the top, and it just, I like a soap I can really hold in my hands, you know? It smells really nice. I hope you can see that. It smells really nice. I'm debating which bar. I might use that bar. See, I'm the type of person, I've got one soap holder in my shower, so I'm only going to use one bar of soap at a time. And I don't want to constantly be switching them out. So I'll use this until there's like a little nub left. And then I'll start on the next one, and then I'll take that nub and I'll kind of like stick it to the new wet bar of soap to make it into one bar of soap. And then that's how I'll finish off using this before I even really actually start on the next bar. I'll just use the side that has that nub on it to wash up with until it's completely gone. This next one, and I can smell it, and I really, I don't know. Is it going to give the green clover a run for its money? It's called the Ridge. And it's, let's see if I can get more light. I don't want to put too much light and have the whole thing bleed out. Can you see that better? It's called the Ridge, and it has olive oil, water, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, fragrance, beer, and soap colorant. I'm trying to think of why it's called the Ridge. I can't remember. There's a video on her making this soap, I believe. If there is, all the soaps in here, if there's a link to a video where it shows her making these soaps, I'll link to the soaps, to the videos for these soaps, so you can watch her make these videos yourself. But I don't remember whether she just... There's a piece of purple shred in there. Whether it was she just described this soap while she was making another soap, or whether she actually made this soap on video. I'm not sure which. If there's a video on it, I'll link to it. But the beer, it's either called the Ridge, or she went someplace called the Ridge, or I don't know if it's one of those what do you call them? The independent brewers that make these that make beer. I forgot what they're called. I can't remember why, but there's a good fragrance of like pine or evergreen or something in here, and I love that smell because for the longest time I wanted to burn pine candles in this house, and I couldn't because my son hated the scent of pine. I love it because I love being out in the woods and, you know, and smelling the pine trees and everything and nature. And you know, I wish there was a beard product that smelled like this, so I could just get that odor, that fragrance in my face all day long. Ah, it smells real good. It's probably going to be a long video. If I'm taking this long to describe this, just these first few. Again, it's got like a slightly textured top to it. It's a nice soap. And Holly always takes great care in making sure that her soaps are presentable. It's even on my hand. Maybe I can rub it in my beard. Wipe it under my nose and my mustache. Ah, that smells so good. She's always she planes the corners. She planes the front and back if it needs to be done, and you know she sends out a good quality, good packaged product all the time. Let's see. Citrus buttermilk, and you can smell the citrus in this. You can smell the citrus, and something else, which is probably the buttermilk, but it's made with essential oils, and you can basically tell which ones are like all natural because she usually puts them like in a brown box, or at least has like a brown label on them, so you can tell that they're her natural soaps. These have fragrance in them, which means they're not necessarily essential oils. They're fragrance. And I know some soap, handcrafted soap, on their website put fragrance when actually they should be defining what is actual fragrance and what's actually essential oils, because I would rather have something with essential oils in it than a fragrance in it. Because fragrance plays havoc with my sinuses. Anyway, citrus buttermilk. It has olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, organic buttermilk, orange essential oil, lime essential oil. Now, I'm going to butcher this. Listia? Cubeba essential oil. Oh my gosh, somebody tell me how to say that. Lemongrass essential oil and kaolin clay. So, like I said, I thought I smelled something else in here besides the citrus, and it's all those other essential oils. There's the main note is the citrus. The underlying notes are all those other things. So I can smell the what is it, lemon and lime? Orange, because it does smell like orange. Orange and lime. That's what I can smell, is the orange and lime. And that's the overtones, the undertones are all the other essential oils in there. So I'll take this one out too. And it's got a nice, slightly textured top to it. So you can, it's a good, easy grip bar soap. There it is. It shows up on my screen. I don't know how it's going to show up on YouTube, but it shows up on my phone. It's almost like a beige, but it's actually like a cross between yellow and orange. So if you mixed oranges and limes together, that's the color you get. I don't know, but it smells really nice. And this is not a feminine smell; it's a clean smell. And there's a difference between wild elderberry and something that smells citrus. There's a difference. To me, there is anyway. In my own head, there's a difference. What else is there? Oh, I see another one I really like. Well, I'll take this one out because this is the Anise. And again, it's in a brown box with a brown label, which means everything in there should be natural, all natural. Olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, organic coconut milk, anise essential oil, kaolin clay, and activated charcoal. All natural stuff. Let's see. That's a nice bar soap. I love that smell, the anise smell. I was at Walmart a couple of days ago, and I was going to make it a point to pick up some black licorice, and I forgot. I haven't had black licorice in years, but this makes me really want it. Okay. Then there's something that I've seen her make many times, but had no idea what the scent was like. So I ordered this basically for my daughter, but I can't guarantee she's going to get it because I have to smell it first. It's Patchouli Rain. Now, a lot of people make this. A lot of soap makers use this scent, but I've never actually smelled it myself. It says, oh, you know what? These have these little, above the ingredients, it says, a little synopsis of what exactly the soap is like. Let me go back a second. The citrus buttermilk. It says, a humorous buttermilk soap scented with citrus essential oils. The anise, of course, a scent similar to black licorice. The green clover and aloe. It just says green clover and aloe. And the ridge, it says a coniferous scent blend of forest pine, blue spruce, cedarwood, and oak. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of winter, when we used to have live Christmas trees, real Christmas trees in the house. That smell. Smells so good. It smells so good. All right, let's get back to Patchouli Rain. Patchouli Rain. Can move this over here now. Patchouli Rain. It says fresh rain and patchouli combined with lily of the valley, earth and moss, ozone, and sweet citrus. The ingredients are olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, fragrance, sodium lactate, organic coconut milk, and soap colorant. I just rolled my eyes because I didn't want to have to continuously mention sodium lactate and food grade sodium hydroxide, because that's in every bar that she has. So let's see. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. After smelling, because the anise and the ridge have a nice, strong, not overly powerful, but strong scent to them. So when I smell this, it has a lighter scent to it. You know what? Oh gosh, this has like a clean scent to it too. It's not like overly floral or anything. It has what? Lily of the Valley, earth and moss. So it has like earth and moss, which is not a feminine scent. Ozone and sweet citrus, those aren't feminine scents either. It's the lily of the valley though, but all of them together, I don't know. I wouldn't consider this a feminine scent. It's a clean scent. It's a pleasant scent. I don't think any guys would kid you about you wearing like perfume or anything like that if you were a guy. And the women might go crazy over this. It's a nice smell. I mean, you know, not that the woman would go crazy over using this. I mean, the women would go crazy over a guy who smelled like this. Because guys don't have to smell butch all the time. It's nice. It's a really nice scent. I'm glad I got this. I still got some of that ridge on my hands, mixed with the Patchouli Rain. But the Patchouli Rain, as of right now, after having smelled all these samples, all these soaps, and then smelled this, right now I wouldn't say that this was a feminine scented soap. So I think both sexes could use this. So we'll see later when I smell it on its own without being influenced by the other soaps that are here. And last but not least, is the one that I was really curious about, is Embers. Did I show you Patchouli Rain? So we have Embers here. It says a fireside blend of cedarwood, sandalwood, leather, amber, and musk with a hint of smoke. It's made with olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, fragrance, organic coconut milk, activated charcoal, and soap colorant. Now it has some of the, let me see here. Cedarwood and oak, and this has sandalwood. No, this does have cedarwood in it. Because I was going to say, I smelled something in here that I smelled in the ridge. I got it. And this, I believe, I believe Holly was attempting to make it look like fire. Licks of flames, because it's called Embers. I wouldn't call this a masculine scent, and I wouldn't call it a feminine scent. It's like, you know, there are some scents that are just, I mean, if you're out camping, the smells of the pine tree and the smell of the fire and stuff like that, it's not masculine or feminine smell. It's just the fragrance. It's just the odors. It's just what you get out in nature. This kind of reminds me of something else. Is it the ridge that it reminds me of? I'm not sure. It's got other notes in it, though. After smelling all these, What I should really do is next time I put an order in and I get this many soaps, I should actually do this in part 1, part 2, part 3, and then just splice it into one video. Because when you smell the scent of so many of these soaps, one after another, you can, if one soap is more powerful and then the next soap is a more toned down fragrance, you can't really do it justice by smelling it. It's like tasting something spicy and then tasting something that's not so spicy. You just don't taste the flavor of that second tasting, because you still got the hot feeling in your mouth from the spicy food you just had. So it's almost like that when you're smelling these soaps. It's like if one soap is stronger than another, then the soap that doesn't smell as strong doesn't smell. I don't think you can get all the little subtle notes from soaps smelling the second soap if the first soap was so strong. You know what I'm talking about. So this doesn't smell like it has a feminine scent to it. So I'm pretty happy with all these, with all the soap that I bought, because everything either has a masculine scent or has a scent that can be used for both sexes. So out of the 6 that I got, I guess the ones I'm looking most forward to using would be the green clover, because I made a mention of this during my last video, my last unboxing, and I'm really interested in using the ridge because it's got that pine smell. Forest pine, blue spruce, cedarwood, oak. It smells so good. Green clover does too. Green clover is like my favorite clean smell, and the ridge would be my favorite me smell. Because I love the scent of pine. I love the scent of evergreens. So this would be probably my personal favorite as far as smelling things that I love to smell. And this would probably be my favorite as far as smelling clean, fresh scents. So I can't give you really a review on these because I haven't used them, and by the time I use them all, it'll be about 6 months down the line, because bar of soap lasts about a month or so, something like that. We'll see what happens. So that's basically it for today. That's it for my soap review. Thank you. Oh, you know what? I never opened this and smelled this. It's the Calendula Carrot Double Milk. It has a calendula infused olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, pureed carrots, goat milk, buttermilk, orange essential oil, rosemary essential oil, honey, kaolin clay, poppy seeds. Sounds like, Holly, you took everything that you had, you looked around and you said, you know what, I got a little bit of everything. Let me just throw it. Let me just throw it all in a bar of soap. But you know what? It probably works because she's that good. Let me see what it looks like and smells like. You know what? I'm going to have to rip this baby open. Don't need the scissors for that. Look at that. It's a nice sized sample. Sorry about that. It's got a nice citrusy smell. Is that one of the yeah, orange essential oil. I can smell the orange. Because anything with citrus in it, it's almost like the citrus just comes right to the top. It's like one of the first things you smell is the citrus. And then you have to try to figure out what you smell underneath it. But I definitely smell the orange in this. So this will be something I'll probably put like at the kitchen sink or something to wash my hands with. So, and that's all natural. Brown sticker. That's all natural. Calendula Carrot Double Milk. And the poppy seeds inside is probably like a gentle exfoliant for your skin. I generally don't like exfoliants. Let me just. I had a bad experience. I bought my very first bar of handmade soap from a local woman at a farmer's market. It had Chinese green tea or something in it. And I saw the brown speckles and stuff in it, and I'm like, oh, it's good Chinese green tea. What's the big deal? Well, I brought it home. The first time I used it, it felt a little rough. And I'm like, oh, it's got a slight exfoliant to it, I guess. I don't know. The second time I used it, it scratched me up. It scratched me up because the stems from the tea weren't, when you make soap, everything gets mixed up. Nothing's pointed a certain way or laid down a certain way. The stems from the green tea were sticking through the soap, and when they're wet, they have a little give to them. But when they dry stiff and they dry hard, and they're almost like little needles. So when you take the bar and you first start soaping up with it, it feels like you have needles just scraping across your skin, and it's very uncomfortable. I used that bar of soap twice. I even took a picture of it. If I have a picture of it still on my phone, I'll put it here. If not, then you'll just have to imagine what it looked like. I took a picture of the bar of soap like this. Took a picture of it straight across like that. And you could see all these little needles just sticking up everywhere. It was crazy. It was crazy. I emailed the seller, and she told me she would replace the bar if I were to bring it to the farmer's market next time. But I don't go down to that end of the city very often, so I ended up tossing the bar of soap. But yeah, that's why I'm very leery of buying soaps that have exfoliant properties to them, because I don't know how that's going to feel on my skin. And I don't, anything with green tea I shy away from. I told that vendor what she really needed to do is get something like a mortar and pestle and really grind those leaves and grind those stems to get them down to a powder. And she should be using a powder instead of just what she gets out of a canister or a cut open tea bag or whatever, because it still has all the stems in them, and it can hurt. So whether she takes my advice or not, whether other soap makers want to take this advice or not, it's up to you. But I want to thank Holly again, because she's always very responsive when I send her an email or when I make a comment on Instagram or something. And she got my order right out, and she's always very pleasant on her YouTube channel. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel in here. Actually, what I'll do is, I said I was going to link to all these soaps that she's made if she has a video for it. So that's what I'll do instead. And then you can get, in touch with her through there and watch her videos there. Or she also has a website, moriversoap.com, and I'll put that link in the description below as well. So thank you, Holly, for everything that you've done. This video is about 35 minutes, not too bad. So thank you, Holly. Thank you for everything that you do. I enjoy watching all your videos. If you're watching this, I enjoy watching all your videos. And if you guys want to watch somebody make quality soap, hop on over to her channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.